Hello, Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to another Q&A for Neosland. We are still in the midst of the Kickstarter, and we've got this one's a little bit lighter Q&A. So Jacques and his team, they are all off working today, getting some new content ready, and this new content, well, it's all really hush-hush, but you're going to see it in the next few days. And so we shall continue trucking on, even without them being here today. And so the first thing I want to go over is that in the daily tier rewards, there's one item that's removed every day, and today it was the trap chest. The sooner that you get in, the more rewards, more of these rewards that you get. And so today it was the trap chest, and for those of you who don't know what the trap chest is, well, it's a chest that looks like bait in a house, that if somebody breaks into your house and you, this chest could be one of the chests in there, and instead of the person cracking the chest or whatever and getting in it and stealing something, it will steal something from the thief. So, pretty cool item. And then also, let's see here. We've got a few things here. There's been a new addition to the Kickstarter, which is the $30 flag reward. And basically, you add $30 to any pledge, and you'll receive 3 blueprints, one of each flag design with an image you send us to put on them. Meaning, you're going to be able to have some art on your own flags in the game. And that's pretty cool. Now... I can imagine murky dragon flags all over the place. Yeah. These flags are now this $30 thing. So here's how this works. And so if you make a $10 pledge, and you know that you choose the $10 pledge level, and then you added an extra $30 on, you would get this added on. If you choose the $45 level, and then added an extra $30 to make it 75, but you still chose the $35 level, or it'd make it 65 or 40. Anyway, you know, you can do the math. Then you'll get these flags. So this is an extra little perk, and so it could be quite a bit of fun. Oh, and there is no $45 one. Huh? Did we run out of those? I thought I saw those before.
Yeah, there is.
Okay. Okay. Well then, so. Okay, and so that looks pretty cool. In fact, Richard, was that you that suggested those flags?
I mentioned it sometime, but I'm not sure. It could have been. I can't quite remember now. But I think I did mention something like that a few weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. It seemed to me that you were the one mentioning that, and that well, maybe so. It was mentioned here live on one of the shows. I know that for sure, and so this is just part of the power of bringing everybody together and allowing people to have a voice and to see things happen. So okay, and for those I see someone saying they're still a little bit confused about how that $30 thing works. Basically, you had $30 above and beyond whatever amount you pledged. So even if you pledged $100 and then you change your amount that you're paying to $130, then you get this. So that's how you do it. You don't just choose a $130 option. You choose your $100 option and then add 30 to it. So we can go over that again later if it's still a little confusing. Okay, did you guys who are live, did you see the Nightbot announcement about prize drawings? We're going to start giving shit away.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. So let me tell you what these are, and we'll do our first drawing for this at the end of this episode.
Yay.
Yeah. And it'll be open to anybody, and you can win multiple times. So Jacques and I discussed this last night. So anybody, as long as you're a follower, that you can win one of these. And if you've won one before and you win one today and you come back tomorrow and you won again, it's okay. We'll put you on the list twice. So,
Ink's asking if he can win. Being
yeah. It's not me. Well, I'm the one organizing the prize giveaway, but Ink participates in here all the time, and so I don't see why not. Even though he is staff, so
Can we have a poll about that, please? Because someone be very mean to him.
you want to be mean to him?
Nah, he's all right. I'll let him win.
Okay. And
By
let me
the way,
say,
if Followbot won through 10,000 wins, that is not me.
yeah. And
My kids.
one more thing about doing this live, I see a lot of the regulars coming in, and I want to say, if you don't plan on talking, exit out of the Hangout and watch it live. And if you just want to type, you can chat in the Twitch chat. We're watching that too. I want to have as much room and opportunity for new blood, new people to get in here. So, just saying, those of you who come in often and don't turn your mics on. Not calling out any names.
It's on. It's on. It's on. Stop.
Oh, you can turn yours off. There's no problem with that.
Okay.
Okay. So, okay, now let's go over these rewards. So these rewards are kind of interesting. So what is one of the things that people have been asked that is probably most sought after in the game? It's land. That's what I was thinking. And so we got one secure block of land that has a 10% tax break. And maybe that doesn't seem like a whole lot or whatnot, but
Long term, that adds up.
this is a secured thing. And since it has a tax break, I don't know how the taxes are all going to work yet, but since it has a tax break, if different things are taxed at different rates, then you'll probably want to place it where you'll get the most savings. And in fact, there is tax breaks on other people who get in on a Kickstarter right now. There is tax breaks on some of those other land purchases. So if you are considering getting land, and now is the time to do it because you'll save money on the taxes in game, as opposed to after the game releases, there'll just be regular tax. There will be tax breaks on other things, but that'll be more like dealing with the IRS. Not simple. So that's all I'm saying.
I would hazard not to allow taxes to become too complex a thing in this game.
I agree.
Not a good road to go down to. I mean, there should be maybe 2 or 3 levels of taxes based on how secure your land is, and that's it. And
one of the things is that your mayor, if you are in an incorporated town, your mayor will be able to, or your guild leader, there will be guild towns as well from how it's looking.
okay,
Either the guild leader or the leader of the town, whatever he's called, dictator, king, evil overlord. That person will be able to set the tax rate for the community, and because those taxes will go in for things like community upgrades, like I don't know if there's going to be upkeep on roads, but that might be one thing, for building like light posts or whatnot up and down the streets. For we talked about currency and community banking, and about the community building a bank, and then that bank being a secure place where they can do transactions. So that may be built by that. And then the land there has to be funded somehow. And so it may be owned by the town, but the town still has to maintain it, and the town still pays taxes, even though they kind of go back to themselves. But I don't know. We'll figure that out.
well, whatever they end up doing, make sure that we really need to make sure there's like a maximum rate the mayor can charge.
Oh, actually, we did talk about that, and there wasn't a maximum rate, except that the players, all the members of the community, can revolt and kick them out of office. So,
Okay.
So
All right.
that is the barometer on that. You better be a good leader, otherwise you'll have a mutiny. And so if you were to raise the tax rate up to say 50% or something really dumb, then the the players can say, hey, I want to vote for a new person, and it's going to work something like a certain percentage of the people say they want to vote for a new one, and a vote happens. And so,
Is there going to be a minimum tax on the actual city itself? Because I mean, if I was the mayor and I just wanted to get everybody into my town, I would just say, all right, there's only going to be like 2% tax. Then everybody's going to want to join my city.
It's called zero.
Well, the whole idea behind the tax is that it keeps people. It's not really a function of trying to get more money out of players or anything like that. It's a function of keeping deadbeat players away. And what we mean by that is somebody buying up a whole bunch of land in a city and then walking away and nothing happening to their land. And so there's this cost that keeps happening. And, I don't envision it being some horrible cost, although if you have a dictator, keyword being dick, then it'll be, a big problem and they'll get booted out of office, So
I think there needs to be a general game tax for land, and also a town tax.
Oh yeah. Okay,
so that's what I was asking about the minimum.
That's a good idea.
I totally disagree. I don't think there should be a general whole game tax, because that doesn't make any sense with the concept of going out and founding new towns at all.
Well, I mean, you're going to have.
Just consider it to be federal.
Yeah, if you don't have both taxes,
no. This is medieval.
Okay.
No.
Someone's going to create their own town and set it at zero.
Stop.
Sorry.
Okay, we're talking about the prizes that were given out at the end of this episode.
That turned into
the law
taxes
of the
somehow.
land.
We will talk about taxes until it is done. No.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. So, the next prize, we'll come back to that stuff because that stuff's all very interesting and I think it's very important. So the next prize, and whoever wins these gets to choose from one of these four options. And so the next one is a 1-month subscription. So it's worth $10. You save $10. Are you excited about that?
Yep.
Sure. Nice.
Sounds like a
Anything
good deal.
I'm excited about.
Well, to some people it might be important. So
Now, is it going to be added on top of, I don't know if we've touched base on that, is there already going to be a 30 days of free subscription when people start playing?
well, when we get in there will be no subscription until the game actually releases.
Right.
And so in alpha and beta, there's no subscription. And then it depends. If the game is free to play and people can start accounts without any cost, then there probably won't be any associated subscription with that. There'll be like a trial period. At the end of the trial period, you pony up your subscription one way or another, whether you earn it in game or whether you pay for it. If the accounts are, where you purchase an account and say it's like a $30 account, well, then maybe it'll come with 3 months free. So.
Okay, all right. Because I just wonder if that would, because if it's if we're giving away 1 month here and one of your prizes there, that would just add on top of, but it won't start until after alpha and beta, right?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
So they'll be able to choose when to apply it, or it'll automatically get extended to the end of their account, or something like that. The NeoJack team will figure that out, and they will. We will be making an information request to the winner for just a couple of things, and then they'll be able to match that up when the game is live and give you your stuff.
Nice.
So,
cool.
We'll be able to buy a lifetime subscription. So like sort of
lifetime.
$300 to just not even have to worry about paying continuously. $150, something like that.
That
Sounds like another round table to me.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea, but I can tell you that I did that with Star Wars or Star Trek Online, and then I didn't play. Oh. So I had a founder. I have a founder account. It's free for me. I paid $280 for it or something like that. And in fact, there's a box over here for it that was the ultra whoop-de-doo version or something. Anyway, came with my own communicator badge. That was really cool. Next item, a baby dragon.
That
Yes!
I want that baby dragon so
Sure.
bad.
And so this is a baby dragon as a pet. And
I know.
Does it
And-
get bigger?
I don't know. I don't know.
needs to
You know,
get
we've
bigger.
talked about pets, how you go out in the wild and you find them, and then they grow and whatnot. You train them and they grow and all these kinds of things. We've kind of touched on that a bit. I don't know. You know, this is similar to like the slime, which is a reward that is no longer available. I've got one though, and
So do I.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
got a few.
and Richard's been way slimed. Richard is just slimy.
Oh man,
Oh yes,
still
yes.
not going there.
And so, you know, there's some unanswered questions about what happens if your pet dragon gets killed and stuff like that. You know, see the slime, if you you hit it with a sword, it might go into two of them. You know, but there's some questions about that. But you cannot lose your baby dragon pet, and so. That part at least is alleviated. I don't know if you can train it up, and you know it may just be a cutesy thing instead of a thing of I'm going to kick your ass when I'm older, type of thing. And the kind of the vision for the baby dragon is it'll be cute, and it may whine about things. It may burp smoke, you know, stuff like that.
Purple smoke.
In the game I had, we had they had monkeys. I know it's not quite the same, but monkeys could do specific dances or specific moves. Each one could do something different. And what he did was got the monkeys together, and they actually trained each other for the different dances. So each of them could learn each other's dance moves and such.
Well, that's cool. That's cool.
That might be an idea, possibly.
Yeah. Okay, and the last thing is a poop scoop.
What?
Well, I need that.
So, you know, we've talked about like horse dung and about how that's going to add properties to plants that are growing and stuff, and how horse dung is really rare. It was the first item removed from the list, and so only a few of us have it. And Richard here, though, he's very shitty. He's got a lot of them, and we're not going to quit making fun of you over that, you know.
I don't mind.
So if it's shitty and slimy.
I have the power.
Have the power. Yes, he does have the power. So, anyway, so there will be collection of resources of dung in the world, so that you can help grow your crops better, and or whatever other properties it may have. And this pooper scooper has a special thing, like you put it in your backpack, which might be smelly, but you know, you put it in your backpack, and if you get killed, it won't disappear. And so while it's not a very expensive item, it's one that you can carry with you that will not disappear if you get killed or whatever. It is more or less bound to you. You can sell it to another player or whatnot if you want to, if you're not interested in scooping any poop. But as Jacques says, it will stick with you when you die, just like shit on your shoe.
There was something so wrong about that.
So,
I'm really beginning to wonder about these developers.
well, you'll just have to ask them who came up with these ideas. So, and then you'll know who to blame. So, anyway.
Whatever it is, it was a shitty idea.
Yeah. So,
not
maybe that should be the name of this episode. Boy, that was a shitty idea. So,
Jeez.
Anyway, those are the items. Does anybody have any questions about those items?
The dragon totally has to grow.
I think
know.
I think it needs to grow as well and have it mountable, not flyable, but mountable.
Like sheep? Sorry, I
Yeah.
didn't just go there.
You did just go there. You just stop. Stop. Are you Scottish?
Welsh.
A
I'm gonna
kiwi.
leave now.
Kiwi. Okay, so
I did have a question though, a serious question about it though. Is the items going to be account bound? As in, if I make another account, am I going to be able to have any of these items? Second question, part of that question is, am I going to be able to sell those items if I want to?
yes, you can sell or transfer them, and then they are bound to the account that holds possession of them, which also means they cannot be stolen. And so, if say, and this is just the theory behind it. NeoJack will say for sure, but one of the things that was talked about offline was how to handle people who are that get something destroyed. Like, let's say you have a chest in your house and it gets destroyed in an attack or whatever. What happens to your bound items that are in that chest? Or what happens to the ornament that you have, of power that you have on the front of your house that is one of these Kickstarter things that that can't be destroyed? It will go back to an inventory type of thing, and it'll just disappear and go back to the inventory, and then you'll have to replace it again. Not replace it as in buy another one, but as in put it wherever it was again when you're setting things back up. And because it's very important for anyone who actually pays money for this stuff, that it's very important that you don't lose it unless you want to. So that's our thought. So
Yeah,
I
it's
might have
into
to also
in-game
think about.
mail.
Go ahead.
So he said it went into an in-game mail system. So it basically got sent back to you.
yeah, something like that. So, I don't know. Can you mail a dragon? Just think of what the letter carriers would think.
You don't have to mail
Sweet
the dragon.
Jesus.
It can
This
fly back
envelope
to you.
is smoking.
It can totally fly back to you.
Oh yeah, it could.
It's like,
Yeah.
screw this. I'm not going to go with this guy. This guy's
Oh,
a
I guess that would be a
moron.
good idea if this is your pet dragon and he gets killed, so then
He gets
he goes.
resurrected.
You see him go off as a ghost, and then a little while later, you see him flying back into you, and
That'd
there
be
he is.
interesting. Interesting
He went
animation,
out,
for
went
sure.
out and got resurrected. So
My talk or my thought on this is, if it's able to be traded, if they're able to have some type of protection in place, if my account happens to get hacked, even though they're account bound, they're still tradable, so they'd be able to trade them to, somebody else.
hacking is a totally different issue, and we'll have to deal with that in a totally different way.
Sure.
So the what has been stated so far is that if your account gets hacked, that they will work with you to fix it.
Good.
If your account gets hacked a second time, they will work with you to fix it. If your account gets hacked a third time, they may say, "Hasta la vista, baby." You can't be expected to keep taking care of a person over and over again. People have to take responsibility for their own account. And in fact, I'll be pretty hardcore on that. I'm all hardcore about customer service, but I'm all hardcore about everybody doing their part to protect their accounts as well. If you're dumb and put in a password for your account,
God damn it! I got to change it now.
yeah, I have no sympathy for you. So I really don't.
3 strikes is fair also.
Yeah, I think that's very fair.
Yeah, 3-strike
But
rule.
yeah, it's that's just my thoughts. Because you can't cure stupidity, but you can charge them. So and maybe that's the way it'll go. Is that if your account gets hacked a third time, you pay $100 and the research is done and everything's restored, and
Or
you
maybe
just gotta pay
offer
every
some
time.
type of protection. Maybe offer some type of, premium subscription account or something like that for an extra $2 or $3
I think we
a month.
just need to offer a third-party solution for securing your account.
Yeah,
Something
maybe, yeah.
Something like Google Authenticator. So okay.
Yeah.
And maybe that's just required for people who get hacked twice. You have no choice after that. So
Good idea.
okay, well that is it. That's all this episode was about. Except I do have one more thing, which you guys can think about while we do the prize drawing. And Saint, I'll have you tabulate which one we're going to do. We are in the next episode. We're going to do a roundtable, and the roundtable is either going to be about PvE, player versus environment, or it's going to be about controlling and dealing with unwanted actions, botting, griefing, other things like that. Both of these are great subjects, and so I'll let you guys can talk amongst yourselves. You guys in chat, you can say whether or not you want to talk about unwanted actions or PvE, and Saint will drop the bomb when we come back as to which we're doing. So, and those of you who are watching live, and if you're watching this on YouTube, I encourage you, there's a link in the description, I encourage you, if you want to win one of these prizes, that come to the live shows. This is where we're giving them away, and I would like what? Put up a poll? Oh God! So
I work fast.
It'll work. It'll work. Okay. And anyway, I encourage you to come to the show because I want to give you some of these prizes. And last, if you're a live streamer or a YouTuber, contact me. I'll be happy to talk with you. We'll do a show for your viewers, and I'll give away a few prizes. So, okay, hang on, everybody. We'll be right back.